Hey guys, welcome to this lesson where we'll talk about lead magnets and why they matter. But first, to get started, let's talk about something called the rule of 7. And in marketing, the rule of 7 says that people need to be exposed to your messaging and your brand 7 times on average before they buy anything from you. And that's an average, meaning that people, at least some people, will take a lot more times than that to actually get to buy something from you. So if people just visit your site once, discover it, and never come back, the chances of them buying anything are extremely low. And that brings up a whole new challenge for website owners, which is to stay in touch with people and to build what we call stickiness. And stickiness is exposing people to your brand multiple times. Now there are 3 main ways to expose people to your business multiple times after they visited your site once. The first one is email, capturing their contact details and sending them emails about your business, sending them free content, sending them all sorts of stuff through email. The second one is social media, getting people to follow you on Twitter, to like your page on Facebook, and to do anything on social with you will increase your stickiness. And the third one is advertising through something called retargeting. And retargeting are these ads that you see on the internet when you visited the site. This website just advertises to you and you will see their ads all the time. So there is a few problems though. The problem with social is that a very tiny part of your audience actually sees your updates. I mean, if you look at Facebook, if you are doing really well, on average, you'll be looking at 7 to 10% of your fans seeing your updates. And that's really not a lot. It means you need to shout a lot and it's gonna be quite difficult to build that stickiness. And the problem with ads is, well, it costs money, which eats your profit. Now, ads can be great in many situations, but you know what's even greater? That's emails. Emails are very cheap to send and maintain. And if you have a good relationship with your list and you take care of it like we teach in this membership, getting a 40% open rate on emails is really not that uncommon. And that's 4 to 5 times more than social media for almost free. And email marketing software doesn't cost that much money. Now, if we recap what we've learned so far, the rule of 7 says that people need multiple exposures to our business if we want to have a good chance of selling to them, not a really tiny chance, a good chance. Then the next thing we learn is that email marketing is actually the best way to achieve these multiple exposures. And so the conclusion of that is that you need to collect more emails if you want to make more sales. It's really that simple. But there's a problem. People are not excited to give their emails away. It's not 2000 anymore. People don't like getting more emails, especially if they are gonna sell them something. And it's not surprising that call to actions like this sidebar call to action that just asks people to sign up for a newsletter gets as low as 0.1% opt-in on average. People are not looking forward to get more emails at this point. And that's exactly where lead magnets come in, because they shift the perception from, hey, you're about to get more emails into your mailbox that you're gonna need to filter, read, and check out, to, hey, do you want this free gift that's gonna be extremely valuable to you because I know what you need? And that's exactly what the lead magnet does. It shifts the perception. Now, it's important to say that lead magnets are becoming more and more widespread and more businesses use them. And you really need to bring your A game with these if you want them to successfully build trust with your prospects. Because if you promise something to people, you will get their email. But if you don't deliver on it, people are going to hate you and there's no chance they're going to buy anything from you. So it kind of defeats the purpose, right? So the purpose of the lead magnet is really to outdo the competition and to stand out of the crowd. Now, there is 2 ways to deliver value and stand out from the crowd. The first one is to deliver something that's extremely relevant to people, something that gives them exactly why they came on your website for. And we're gonna zoom into that in a second. But the other way you can deliver a lot of value is to offer something that's so good, so well produced that it's something that people could be paying for. And let's just zoom in that one for a second. This is called a hero lead magnet. And as I said earlier, it's something that people would be willing to pay for because it delivers so much value, and value equals trust. So when you deliver value to people through your hero lead magnet and you really overdo it, people are going to trust you a lot. And if we look in a personal example for that, we actually did that on Authority Hacker when we just got started. We created a video course as opposed to competitors offering cheesy PDFs that were literally worse than their blog post. Well, we actually decided to offer a 3-hour video course showing a bunch of our tips and tricks and going through and just talking to people, which built a lot of trust. If you look at the social shares on it and the comments of people just being really excited about it, then that really earned us our really first true fans. And I can say that this Hero Lead Magnet is definitely one of the pillars of what got Authority Hacker started and got it successful initially. Now, at the time, I was not selling anything on Authority Hacker, but actually offering Hero Lead Magnets just before you're going for a high ticket product sale is a really good idea, so that you build that trust before people have to spend a dime on you. And so it's easier to ask for higher dollar purchase when they reach the end of this Hero Lead Magnet. And in this course, we're going to talk about how to build your own mini video course as a Hero Lead Magnet. But let's just jump into the other kind of lead magnets, which is something that's extremely relevant to people's interest, aka content upgrades. Now, content upgrades are treated in another module of this membership, but we are going to talk about the content this time, not just the delivery and the technicalities. So once again, let's just start with an example. While we were offering a free SEO course on Authority Hacker, we don't just talk about SEO, we talk about all things inbound marketing. I mean, think about it. If you go on Authority Hacker and read a blog post on Twitter marketing, and I offer you a free SEO course, well, it's not bad, but it's not really what you're here for. On the other hand, if I offer you 4 tips to get more followers on a post about Twitter, then the chances of you being interested are much higher, even if the SEO course is 3 hours and this one is just a 4 tips 2-pager PDF. Why? Because I'm talking directly to your interest, and as a result, our conversion rate is up to 3 times higher using that kind of on-topic lead magnet rather than offering a big hero lead magnet on every post. And it would also be unrealistic to produce a hero lead magnet for every blog post or even everything you talk about. So that's why content upgrades are so good. And most likely you will need to mix both types of lead magnet. You probably want some hero lead magnets to use for things like PPC, or if you're driving any kind of cold traffic to your site, or you need a second call to action. And on the other hand, you probably want a bunch of content upgrades for things like your blog posts and your guest posts. Now, the great thing about lead magnets is they're also an incredible way to segment your audience. I mean, think about it for a second. Let's imagine that you have a site about home improvement and you're about to release a new offer on landscaping. However, you know that only 30% of your audience is interested in landscaping, but you know that you need to expose those people to the offer several times. So how do you expose the 30% of people that would be interested to the offer several times without annoying 70% of your list? Well, it's actually quite simple. You put a lead magnet in front. So you create something like the 5 biggest mistakes people do when they start landscaping, and you email it 2 or 3 times to your list to just make sure everyone got it. That was just for information. You know, nobody hates you for sending for information, so that's completely fine. And those who opt in to download that lead magnet told you something about themselves. They told you, hey, I am interested in landscaping. And now you have a list of only people that are interested in landscaping. And you can do your promotion for your new offer to these people without annoying the rest of your list. And you can promote it multiple times because you know these people said they are interested in landscaping. So you see, lead magnets are a great business tool that you will need to master if you want to do well with your online sales and your email marketing. Now, in the next lesson, we'll talk about how to brainstorm your lead magnet that people want to download and some tips and tricks to boost your conversion. So I'll see you in the next lesson.